A quarterback I am officially selling all my stock of as of 1:05 p.m. Pacific time. I'm selling all my Carson Wentz stock. It's over. Um, Shane in like joy
What
for
I
drink
tell
break.
literally everybody.
Well, here's the
He's
thing.
not that good. What are you talking about? He's amazing.
Well, here's the thing. I still don't think they should have kept Nick Foles. I don't think that would have made any
In
sense.
hindsight, no. But
Here's the deal. I really think the injuries are why. I think the injuries have made him less confident.
So here's the
well,
question.
maybe.
Here's the question. Should they start Jalen Hurts?
No, I don't think Hurts is ready to start in this league right now. But
I mean,
maybe. Is it?
I don't know what they do, honestly.
I mean, I think they should. I think honestly, what do they have to lose?
Well, they could.
And I would like. Actually, you know what? No, I think this is a good segue for a segment I would like to have each week until the end of the season, which is called Brannan rants about the freaking NFC East.
No, this will be a segment until the NFC East actually has an 11-win team. That's what it is.
Or even 10.
Here's my
I'll take
rant.
10 at this point.
Here's my rant this week about the NFC East. Oh my God. Okay.
Go.
God, that was
go.
a funny joke. The
So
NFC East.
So I looked at the rankings yet again. Oh boy, was that a mistake. Because I nearly had an aneurysm. Because I realized someone is going to win the NFC East with a losing record. And it is going to probably be something like 5 wins at this rate.
4.
Which is like, shouldn't be a thing. You should not be able to be in the playoffs with 4 wins. And then you have Cowboys fans. Then you have Cowboys fans, Robert. You have Cowboy fans on Twitter going, "We're gonna be in the playoffs. We're gonna win the division. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl." Shut up.
God, I can't drink water during this segment. I'm gonna
be quiet, Cowboy fans. Be like the Giants fans who actually have the respect for the rest of the league to sit in the corner and be quiet, and be the team they know they are, which is a bunch of nobodies. They just like. Oh my God. Can we please have some respect for the NFL and not let anybody from the NFC East in the freaking playoffs? Thank you.
I gotta look at the power rankings or the playoff picture after that.
Here's the thing. This is what I've been saying for years. Literally years. That this whole... We got to have one team from each division in the top 4 seeds. Piss off. Okay? This is why you don't do this, okay? There should not even be a team from the NFC East in the playoffs this year. Or any year, for that matter. But
any year in the last, 5 years. Maybe.
Except for when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. They were actually good. But besides that, okay? Because then you have... So, hold on. Give me just a second here. Let's look up.
Who would wait? I have a question. Who would be
shoot.
in the playoffs right now if it wasn't for
Eagles.
Okay, so let me.
If it wasn't, if they weren't, yeah.
So right now, wait, what happened?
I'm gonna pull up the playoffs.
Here we go. Okay, so right now, it would be. Well, this isn't updated. Wait, is it?
It is updated.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
If you're on NFL.com, it's updated.
It'd be the Saints 1, Packers 2, Seahawks 3. Okay, that's all good.
That's wrong. It should
Eagles
be
4.
That's wrong.
And then
Seahawks should be 2.
But wait, and then.
Wait,
well,
here
it says on.
No, here it is. It's on the screen.
Really? Yeah. That's because since the Packers lost tonight, they were saying on the broadcast that the Seahawks will move to 2 and Packers go to 3.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Unless it depends on.
It also
depends on like division record and a bunch of other stuff.
Either way, so
but yeah.
The team. So wait, so here's my question: Who? Okay, I'm gonna list out the teams. Well, let's say I'm gonna list out the teams that have. Hang on, wait, yeah, here's my point. Okay, so the Eagles, or you have the Bears, the Vikings, or the
Ooh.
Lions. Who like would we want to see the Bears here? I mean, I guess I would
Better
rather
than
see
the
the Bears.
Eagles.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
it's not.
The Bears?
the Bears are better than the Eagles.
This
Though.
is the problem I've sort of been thinking of the last couple of years. The fact that the NFL is so top heavy, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Wait, but why is it? What do you mean by like? Well, I mean, I guess
You have a ton of teams that are consistently very good. And then you have all these teams that do the whole tanking thing, and they get the guy, but then they forget about the most crucial part, which is, I don't know, good coaching
good O-line.
and good O-line, and so then they suck. And so you end up with consistently bad teams, like in recent years, the Lions, the Bears, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I would make the claim that if the Bears had an actual competent quarterback, they'd be really good. But either way,
Probably.
But then it's interesting because you get teams, but also I would also give examples of teams that have done the actual rebuild properly, like
Bills.
the poster child, the Bills. The Bills are the poster child for how to rebuild a team from absolute crap to being pretty good.
even the Browns, you could say. I mean, they're going to make the playoffs from the first time, like since I don't know.
Probably.
They're not going to be competitive in the playoffs, but they're going to make the playoffs.
I still wouldn't. It's interesting that the Ravens might not even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably will, though.
But it's like the NFC is so weak right now that it's like you would replace the Eagles with the Bears at this point.
Yeah. So that's kind of thing. Yeah, we would have a 4-win team. And by the way, I don't know how that affects the draft. I wonder if it does. I think it does.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Eagles would have a 20-something
like a 20-something, yeah.
When they really should have a top 10 pick, which honestly would be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the bottom. Okay, so like really, other than the Eagles, the bottom of the NFC is just not even worth. Like, it's not even worth anything at this point. But
also, I would like to remind you all that the NFC right now is pretty much like
done.
NFC East is like tied pretty much.
Yeah, I think
the
NFC playoff
disturbing.
picture. I think the NFC and even the AFC playoff picture in some ways, but the NFC playoff picture is basically done. Other than the East.
Yeah. Other than really positioning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC East is just an exhausting measure at this point. And I think that's the best way I can put it.
And I hate it so much. It's like watching a car crash. I can't look away.
Yeah. It's
you really want to.
I want to
Indeed.
I want to get back to Carson Wentz really quick. Oh my God. But like, here's the problem. This guy was my MVP in 2017. I voted him for MVP. Like, how can he fall? I still cannot understand how he falls down this far without saying it's probably some injury thing. It doesn't make sense to me still. And yet I sit there and watch the game and go, are you kidding me? I cannot vouch for this anymore. I just can't.
He definitely looks less athletic now, for starters. Bad decisions. That interception was horrible. Accuracy's gotten worse. I don't know. I mean, I never like other than the guys, just like size and raw, I guess like talent. I never really saw much in him. Like I never really thought he was really made the best decisions with the ball or was like some amazing playmaker or whatever. He was just a big guy who could make good throws, to me at least. But now that he's getting injured all the time, I feel like it's, like you said, his confidence is kind of shot. But also, it's like now it's almost like he's scared to throw the ball. I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I never really bought into the whole Carson Wentz thing, but I wasn't expecting him to like tank off this fast or this bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's weird.
You know, Brandon, you bring up an interesting point, and I think this is a point that, you know, looking at all the other rookie quarterbacks in the league, maybe it is Jalen Hurts' time. Just looking at the other quarterbacks in the league, I don't know if he's ready, but Philadelphia media is so bad. I wouldn't be surprised if Monday morning that's the conversational point. Continue your thought on that, because I think it is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, you have to imagine that they've already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't listen to Philadelphia radio, but it would be kind of interesting to hear what exactly they're talking about, because I don't see the harm in letting him go out there. Although technically they are still in the playoff run, in the playoff race.
Yeah.
So, which is as stupid of a concept as that is, that's probably the only reason they would not put him in. Because putting him in basically signals this season's over.
I'm going to make a bold claim here. I think at some point in this season, maybe not this week, but at some point, Jalen Hurts will start. And here's why I say that. At this point, if Philadelphia does win the division, they know they're not going to be competitive in the playoffs. Maybe they'll win a game if they're lucky, but I doubt it. So now you look at it, and it's like, okay, well, they drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason for that, that they went out of their way to get him that high when they definitely did not need to, at least at the time. They did not think they needed to, or at least they shouldn't have. That was concerning to me, because I thought when I found out that they drafted him, I think we were on
Instagram
air live with Brannan.
Yeah, we were on air.
Yeah.
And I said, that's really concerning, because Hurts to me was not a second round guy. He was like a fifth or sixth, maybe.
Yeah.
But here they are taking him in the second round, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I'm starting to feel like this is maybe why, because they were just worried about his injuries and that he would just keep declining. Yeah. So
I remember being like, I remember when they drafted him, I was shocked, because I was like, why the hell would they take it basically is like, I think I actually said, I actually thought initially they were drafting him to turn him into a wide receiver.
He's not a wide receiver build or a running back build. He's a quarterback.
No, he has a wide. Look, the man is built. He has a wide receiver build. He's fast. He can run. He can catch. Anybody can be a wide receiver. They do crazy things with players in the NFL.
I guess.
I personally did not think much of him, but apparently the Eagles saw him. I feel like the Eagles might have been being like, we lost out on Russell Wilson, so let's try and grab this guy.
That's what they said publicly. That's what they said publicly. And I remember at the time hearing that publicly, I'm like, what a bunch of losers.
Like, he's not anywhere close
to
Russell.
You lost Russell Wilson, so you're going to take a second-rate knockoff? Like, I'm sorry, no hate to Jalen Hurts, but you ain't Russell Wilson.
Not yet, at least. We haven't seen it.
I don't know, man. Like, I saw him play in college. He's not. He doesn't have the. I mean, go search Russell Wilson's college tape on YouTube. Any game he played in, he was Russell Wilson in college before he was Russell Wilson in the pros.
Yeah. Here's the problem with Carson Wentz, and here's what is the most concerning part about Carson Wentz and his decline. Look at this cap number.
He still owed a lot of money.
This money kicks in next year. Yeah. So, I mean, yikes. Can you even consider trading him? Is anyone even going to take this money? And dude, like the 24
I'm sure somebody would.
$24 million in dead cap if they opt out in 2022. They're not going to want that dead cap.
This would have been a good, you know what would have been a good move? This would have been a good year to try and trade him to like the Cowboys or something.
Oh my God, have him be in the same division.
Think about it. If our quarterback gets hurt, they need someone. They go, you know what? We don't want to have this on our books. Trade it to Dallas. Jerry agrees to like basically take on the contract. They get a quarterback for 3 years maybe, and then whatever.
Here's
that would have
also
been the play.
Here's also the concerning thing about this. June 9th or June 6th of 2019, that's when this contract was signed.
Why did they give him so much money?
It was literally like last year that they made this contract, and now you're already questioning the contract.
I mean, yikes.
It literally, I don't know what to do here.
This contract would have been coming off the Super Bowl, right?
No, this contract was last season.
2 years after, or a year after.
Yeah, so this is last season.
I mean,
you could probably trade him somewhere.
There's
some idiot out there who would take him.
Can we go back to this contract? Like, I mean,
what do you do here? Like,
he got hurt last year.
It's hurt every year.
So, do we have any inkling of why he got such a big contract extension?
I mean, I thought the main reason was they were trying to say, okay, we got rid of Foles. Here's our franchise guy, and here's the money to prove it.
It's like they're making a statement, kind of.
I think you're right. I think it was a situation where they looked at the upcoming quarterbacks in the draft and compared them and went, is there anybody we want to take?
Well, guess what? They took one. That's what's weird. They took one.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of be interesting with this upcoming draft to see, do they take another one?
I mean, or do they just go with Hurts? So here's the thing. If you look at Jimmy Garoppolo, right, his contract is tradable. I'm certain there's a team that will take on his money and be fine with it. And we've mentioned options. Shane, you've mentioned options for Jimmy Garoppolo for a while. Of Dallas as like suitable trade spots.
Garoppolo, Prescott. I would love to see that.
Hey, it could happen, but like I'm serious. Like that like his contract for how big it is, it's feasible to trade it. Considering how Carson Wentz has played so far this year, I don't see how any team or how this contract is any feasible to be traded or has any merit to be traded. I just don't. I really don't.
It'd be tough, without a doubt.
So I think that's something long-term to think about with Philly as well.